Here we go. Hey everybody, it's your boy Twisty Punch in today's stream. We got something special. I show this every now and then. I'm not feeling very good today, so we're gonna be uh, showing this very special interview that's not available anywhere else but here on Twitch, at least for the time being. I gotta try to replay this one more time once I set it up to I'm gonna set up it on Premiere, edit it, and then stream it through there, which is pretty fucking dumb, but it's really the only way I'm gonna be able to do this. All right. Not feeling very good. I'm gonna try to set up some horror games for tomorrow, and we'll see what happens from there. I also want to set up Simpsons fucking virtual Springfield coming up soon. Anyways, I love you all very much. Sorry I couldn't be here today. I'm feeling super scrungly, and yeah, I hope you all have a beautiful and wonderful night, and I hope you enjoy this interview, which it's the video file's cursed. The video file's cursed, so I can't export it through fucking Premiere. So yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, is this it? Yep. Enjoy. Yeah. What?
For real?
I don't know why it does that. Yeah, there we go. I think it's working. I don't know why it does that. It just started doing that like a few minutes ago. It's really weird. All right, everybody. Hopefully this is working, and welcome to the stream. I don't know where I put my phone. Oh yeah. So usually I'd be ready, and this thing would be on point, but I had some last minute environmental things I had to take care of, and I got a bit distracted. So at the last second, like some kind of stupid, whatever, we're just gonna have to do it like this, and like this, and like this, and like that, and
You just run with it, my guy.
there we go. No, I had to check because sometimes the audio will sound, everyone will sound like this, and it won't be usable. Because I've had whole streams where I did that, and I'll get like followers and everything. I don't understand.
Jeez. How y'all not gonna help your boy out?
But yeah, no. So you said you practice you box, right? It's kind of martial arts.
Yeah. Yeah. I do boxing and kickboxing.
Kickboxing. So what's the primary
Yeah.
differences in kickboxing? One allows kicks, or what? How does that work?
Well, boxing is just your hands, hands and everything is above the waist. Kickboxing, it utilizes your hands and your legs and everything, you can do like calf kicks and, like high kicks and stuff. But boxing is mainly your hands. You're not allowed to kick in boxing.
Well, I figured that much.
Kickboxing, you're allowed to.
So
Yeah.
like going for the groin in kickboxing.
Yeah, and boxing's a lot stricter with their attire. Like in kickboxing, like you can have like long pants on that like go like down to your ankles. Like whereas in normal like boxing, you have to have like shorts on, like shorts that stay above the knees, But like in kickboxing, you're allowed to, wear longer attire, and which I think is pretty cool. But
You just do
teach
people try to get fancy clothes, or is there pretty much strict regulation on what the branding can be?
it depends on pretty much you. Like if you have the money to like
Yeah.
go and fucking do like that, then go by all means. But the people who are running the show have to say, oh, okay, that's cool. Fucking recently with Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley was the craziest attire I've ever seen. Man had LEDs on his trunks,
What?
which was the first time I've ever like he had LED Jake Paul on his trunks. I'm just like, okay, like that's allowed. We're allowing that, okay.
That
And
would
he,
piss
he,
me
he
off
fought
so
with LEDs
bad.
on his trunks.
That sounds like
I'm
it
just
could
like,
be
dude,
like distracting, you know?
I know it does. It feels distracting. It's just like, I mean, I guess because it's not anything with the actual gloves or anything like anything that can actually hurt somebody, but like, it that was just a crazy first for me. I was just like, he can do that. He can do that. Okay, he can do that.
Imagine when you can paint on LEDs, LED paint.
Oh my
So
god. I've
you would paint it on, and
hmm
you would attach like a tiny wire, like smaller than a tiny strand, like fishing wire, and that would
hmm
power it. So you do cursive or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it was weird because the LEDs that he had in his trunks, it was like one of those like LED signs that you would see in the window, like "where open" or something, and it would be like going across like from left
Oh,
to
that's
right,
what I thought.
you know?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, and it was just like and it was like circling around like
Excuse me.
his waist. I'm just like, dude,
That's
it's like we get
that's
it. You have
that's
money. Like
who did he fight there?
Tyrone Woodley, he's a 5-time UFC champion.
And how'd that fight go? Was it just exhibition or what?
No, it was a real fight. But here's the thing. Here's the thing I hate about Jake Paul, and he has not fought an actual boxer. He has fought four people. All right, he has fought Anisan Gibb, who's a YouTuber, but who's also a boxer. And keep in mind these are professional bouts on like actual stages like the Zone and Showtime Boxing, which are like where the big leagues hang.
Yeah.
And you're having this YouTuber, come out and, fight. It's kind of stupid and he's not taking it seriously. So he fought Anisan Gibb, Nate Robinson, who is a basketball player, and two MMA fighters. One of them was Ben Askren, who got knocked out in 5 seconds by Jorge Masvidal, and then Tyrone Woodley. And Tyrone Woodley actually had a chance because he rocked Jake for a second, which got me fucking like, oh my god! And I'm just like, like just seeing him rocked, I'm like, put this guy out. But of course, Tyrone froze. He froze up at the moment of the kill, and it allowed Jake to get the win. So it annoyed the hell out of me.
Whoa!
Oh,
I stepped on the pad
there
and it
you
launched
go.
me.
So but recently, apparently they just signed off for him to fight Tommy Fury, who is Tyson Fury's brother, and Tyson Fury right now is the world heavyweight champion. So if Tommy Fury can put Jake Paul down, like I, I'll, I'll jump out like a 10-story window.
Don't do that. It's too early for that.
But like,
Maybe like in a billion years.
but like, oh my god, dude! Like, just like, if he can like put this man down, I could die a happy man.
Paint on LEDs. We got Twisty 10,000 in the chat. Hello.
Hey, Twisty.
I'm not very good about checking the chat.
Yeah, paint on LEDs, crazy. Exactly.
So how long have you so you said how long did you say that you've been boxing?
I've been boxing for almost 3 years now. It does kind of pain me that I didn't start earlier because my whole life has revolved around fighting, and it hasn't hit me until recently as like mid 2019, And it really does suck that I didn't find it earlier because it does solve a lot of my issues. Not personal issues, but like it helps mentally, physically, and emotionally. It pushes me to, stay fit. It pushes me to keep going. It pushes me to like keep going and like not only like fighting, but like, life itself. It pushes me, it gives me more discipline. It keeps me going on track, It keeps me, it makes me physically better, it makes me emotionally better. It's just, I find it to be, I'm not saying it works for everybody. Fighting
Right.
doesn't work for everybody. But I find it really good for my use, So, yeah.
What made you what made you want to get into fighting? Because you said your life has revolved around fighting for so many years.
Well, I wouldn't say so many years, but I hadn't started fighting until like recently, but like it revolved around fighting. Like me and my brother would play fighting games like Tekken, we'd play stuff like Street Fighter, like we'd always be like competitive. So I feel like the aspect of fighting has always circled around my life, and but it took me this long to find out that that's what I wanted to do. You know, like my life is just kind of like circled around it. Like I would hear about people like fighting in school. I would hear about people like fighting on TV. Like it was just fighting, and like it was like anything just fighting like interested me. I was like, yo, what's going on? Like, and I guess like the idea of just physical combat between two people was exciting to me.
You watch
If that answers it.
you watch anime? Did you ever watch anime? Like fighting anime, like Yu Yu
Yes.
Hakusho or Dragon Ball Z or anything like that?
Yes, I have. Recently, the one that interests me the most that I've been watching and I won't shut up about it to anybody, is Hajime no Ippo,
Oh
which is
yeah.
a boxing anime.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
There's an
Um,
anime for everything.
yeah, exactly. It's a boxing anime. It's about a kid who's 19, right? He's 19 and he's getting bullied, right? And he happens to run into a boxer. His name's Takamura. And he teaches him how to box, and he goes on this whole path, and he becomes like the featherweight champion of Japan, this kid.
Oh shit!
And he's like talking to like, world champions and stuff, just because like he was getting bullied. And the best part about this is the anime's like creator, like he has a really good understanding of boxing because like Ippo's main move is called the Dempsey roll, which is a real life move from one of the greatest boxers of all time, Jack Dempsey. It's called the Dempsey roll, and pretty much what you do is you're moving your body in like a Mobius strip form, and you're using that momentum to swing off hooks,
Oh shit!
you
That
know,
makes
and
sense.
like it just looks so cool, and like he's using all these moves from like these real life people, and he's fucking winning. It's cool as fuck, and they add like all this flash shit, and it's actually the anime's kind of funny.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really funny actually. They mix like comedy and action, and it's perfect. Honestly, I love it. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I I need to get back into watching anime again. I did
Yeah.
study. I didn't get all, I didn't get like, 80th degree black belt or even anything close to that, but I studied taekwondo and Russian kempo. The Russian kempo one
Nice.
was pretty awesome. I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember those classes specifically. Did you did you
Mhm.
take lessons? Did you have a trainer or how'd that go for you?
So pretty much what happened was I went to a boxing gym and I was like I want to learn how to do this. Like I like as dull as that sounds, I went up to him. I'm just like this is what I want to do. And he's like throw a punch at this bag right here. And so I did, and he just looks at me, he's like we got a lot to work on. I'm just like, okay, cool. When do I start? And what he did was he threw me into the ring, and he's like, so you're gonna go 3 rounds. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, just punch and keep it above the belt. I'm like, okay. Safe to say, I got the shit beat out of me. I got the
Damn.
shit beat out of me, but he's like, this is going to teach you discipline. You can't just wildly swing. There's technique. There's a science to this. It's a science. You have to learn. You have to learn these techniques. You have to like keep your guard up, your head down. You got to move. You got to create an angle. You got to learn how to pivot. It's all these things. Like it's not just people punching each other. It's all this like scientific movement that
Makes sense.
makes somebody great. You know. So that's why I love it. There's a science that I can understand to it, and it's something I can get behind. Again, not saying it's for everybody, but it fits my preferences.
Is it kind of like was it kind of like Gauntlet going through there the first time?
Yeah, it was like what they do is round robins where they throw you in with a different person each time. So that's what they do. It's a really good fucking workout. And it wasn't long before I found the Underground League, which
Oh
is
shit.
which um which is not as bad as people make it seem. It's just like it's unsanctioned boxing. It's unsanctioned boxing. They have refs. They have all this stuff that you would have at a normal boxing thing, but the only difference is it's not sanctioned. Which is the other thing was when I went to my coach after a bunch of training, I was like, I want to compete. You know, I told him straight up that I want to compete. I want to compete. He's like, all right, let's try. We'll get you sanctioned and we'll do some amateur bouts. I'm like, cool. And then I go and try to get sanctioned, and it turns out I can't due to personal problems.
Oh
So I'm just
shit.
like, well, screw this. I'm not gonna give up. So I was directed towards the underground, and turns out I'm really fucking good in the underground because their style of fighting, it's like they take on every aspect. They take boxing, kickboxing, MMA, whatever you can do, and if they're not allowing you to do it, they'll allow you to do it. You know what I mean?
How do you get
Like they got
sanctioned?
championships, and so how do you get sanctioned? You have to like get medically cleared. You have to have a membership with USA Boxing. Um it's a lot of steps. You need to
It
have a
does
team
sound like a
together, you know. It's
wow.
it's it's a little process, but you know, once you get it, you get it.
So you said that underground one has it's unsanctioned, but it has like refs and shit.
Yeah, it has referees, you know, people like they step in as referees, you know. Like a whole, like I'll give you this, 80% of it is volunteer work.
Oh shit.
But you can make money from it. You can make money from it. A large portion is volunteer work, you know. But the cool part about it is, you know, after a little while, just recently I was offered a title shot. As in the welterweight division. I'm like, I'm gonna work my ass off for this. And like for the past like 2 months, I focused mainly on just fighting. You know, I just put like every ounce of anger, every ounce of like frustration, I put it into the bag, you know. Like every ounce of it. I just hit the bag, hit the bag, hit the bag, and just like spar, spar, spar. And then eventually I became a welterweight champion. There's a belt up there that you can't see.
Oh, I don't know why I looked up there.
But yeah, I eventually was able to win their welterweight championship. And yeah, I intend on defending it, which I actually did a few nights ago, or a night or two ago.
I I mean, what type of diet do you have to maintain when you do that shit?
All sugar cut off.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
You have to
yeah.
cut off all sugar.
Other than alcohol, right?
Um, yeah, you have to cut off alcohol. You have to cut off sugar. Just the bad shit. You know, the straight basic bad shit you have to cut off. You have to run. You have to do lots of running. I don't want to give you like exactly what it is because it's a lot. But
Yeah, I know, I know. I
you
didn't ask
have
you
to do
to
a
give
lot of
me
running.
the
Yeah,
fourth degree.
yeah. But pretty much every like 6 a.m. I got up and run. I just run around. I just ran around my town because I live in a small town. Just I just do a lap around it and come back home. Um, then I hop in the shower. You know, go to work. I work at a tile store, so
A
that's
tile
already
store.
enough heavy lifting. Yeah, believe it or not.
I worked with
Um,
tiles once. It was a nightmare.
yeah. So you know how heavy it is.
Oh yeah, I most certainly do know how heavy fucking
Yeah.
tiles can get.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I work at a tile store, you know, so that already covers all my heavy lifting, which kind of also saves on gym work. So all my heavy lifting is done there. Like even if I got like 10 seconds to myself, like I'll just like I'm able to. They have a forklift there, so what I'll do is I'll raise the forklift all the way, like, and I'll just start doing pull-ups. I'll just start doing pull-ups on the forklift. And like if I have like 10 seconds, I'll just start like, you know, I'll start doing like fucking like bench presses. It looks ridiculous, but it helps, you know. It's heavy. I'm gonna lift it, you know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure there's some regulations being violated there, but it sounds like it's for a good
Listen.
cause.
It is for a good cause. No one has caught me yet. No one has caught me yet.
One time I
They
worked,
never will.
was it Kmart or some shit? I
Mm-hmm.
this there we had this pallet jack. You know, whenever
Mm.
you see people at Walmart or Kmart or something, I guess Kmart's are closed now, but no, was it Target? No, it was Target. I think I worked at all three. Shit. Anyway,
Dang.
so this guy, the pallet jack was broke. So he got a forklift, lifted up the pallet jack, drove really, really fast to try to drop the pallet jack from a high spot. Didn't work.
Damn.
Pretty dangerous stuff, to be, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way more dangerous than doing forklift pull-ups. But I didn't think of doing
Yeah.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're like 800 pounds, even then, I don't think it's
Oh
going to be
yeah.
too much of an issue.
If you were 800 pounds, I don't even think you could you even move if you were 800 pounds?
Probably not. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. I know they have that show, My 600 Pound Life.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This shit's hard to watch, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really it's tough to watch. Um, yeah. But so boxing it keeps me fit, it keeps me in shape. You know, it's a good way to discipline yourself. If you feel like you're slacking, if you feel like, you know, you don't have discipline, if you want to like get yourself into better shape, you know, I would recommend boxing. You know. Once again, not for everybody, but it teaches you discipline, it gets you into good shape, you know, you learn how to fight and, you know, it's just a really good way to just express yourself in like a very like unorthodox fashion, in my opinion.
No, I see that. It's definitely, a lot of people are definitely, and not to sound like some kind of super boomer or some shit, but a lot of people definitely lack
Mm.
discipline. A lot
Oh yeah.
more of that. Oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't go swimming because I haven't been able to
Mm.
figure it out, and I'm like, well, then figure it out. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I might accidentally swallow some water. Well, if you want to be able to swim, then that's something you're gonna have to do. It's really weird that all your friends go
Hmm.
swimming and you sit at home because you don't know how to swim. I mean,
Yeah. It's
they're
like
yeah. Go ahead, no, go ahead, go ahead.
uh, um it's like what my coach says. He's like, "Have you done it yet?" No. And I'm like, "No." He's like, "So shut the fuck up and do it."
Super
I'm
boomer.
just like, "Okay." And it works. Honestly, as stupid as it sounds, it actually works. If you just shut the fuck up and try, don't worry about failing. Just do it. You know, and it will happen. Just do it, you know? Like not sponsored by Nike, but do it, you know? It's gonna happen. If you keep doing it, it will happen,
You're
depending on
right.
what you're doing.
Well, yeah, you're right because there are a lot of examples of people just trying something out and then
Mm,
keep doing it and doing it and doing it until, you know, all of a sudden they're standing on a
mm.
bridge screaming the gamer word, and then, you know, they make 100 million subscribers.
Yeah. There was this video, I don't know if you've seen it. There was this guy who was forcing himself to teach himself a backflip, you know, teach himself how to backflip. And he did it. He's like, I'm going to do this within 24 hours. And he just filmed himself constantly falling and falling and falling. And he's like, all right, so I think I figured it out. It's a mental barrier you have to get over. You have to, like, just like pretty much, you know, there's a mental barrier you have to get over, which is like the fear of hitting your head, you know? So, like, that was pretty much his key to getting to do the backflip, which was, and then the rest of the video is him doing it, failing, 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 progress, and then finally do it.
Oh, cock.
You know?
That is like really
Yeah,
fucking cool. I like that.
yeah.
That's awesome.
He's like, he just pulls out a mattress, fails, progress. He does it, he does it. He knows how to do it, and he does it in like within like 10 hours.
That is fucking awesome. That is
Yeah,
incredible.
It's one of the coolest videos I've ever seen. It's just so cool. I'm just like, yeah, he fucking did it.
That is wild.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. If you just force yourself to do something, you'll do it. You know, it's crazy how much we can accomplish if we're just not afraid. You just say, fuck the fear, walk into the fire.
Yeah, just so you know, when I look at my wrist like this, I'm I'm not looking at it because
Mm.
I'm bored. It's because I'm not bored. But I am actually checking, see how long we've been going to make sure that
Mm.
we're making good timing. And I'm checking it to see who. Hey, we
Mm.
got someone named Sassy Tusk saying, "Ayo, Domo." I don't know if you know anyone named Sassy
Hey,
Tusk,
I do. Hi, Sassy. I hope you're doing good.
but no, I mean, so what are some things that you're working on right now, in as far as
Right,
boxing goes?
boxing, I'm looking to keep the title, number one. But I have a second love that's not just from boxing, and it's filmmaking. When I graduate, when I was in high school, I did 2 years in a tech program for digital film and video production, and then when I graduated, I did 1 year in a vocational program in Manhattan. So that was one of the things that I did after that. And after that, people say you have to go to college, film school, and all this, all this. If you just build your resume from making content that you want, you will get whatever fucking job you want. And that's what they're afraid to tell you. They want you to do years of film school. They want you. And that's great. It helps. But you can do the same thing by making content and just doing what you want to do. It will work. And they're afraid to tell you that in film school is that doing what you want, you can make the content that you want at the level that you want it. You just have to keep doing it. And then eventually you'll get older. You'll start earning more money out of your job and stuff. And you'll be
Yeah.
posting it and it'll just grow. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's what they're afraid to tell you. It's like, you don't gotta be this fucking whiz to start something. Just do it, um, for
Hey, we
example,
got a follower. Thank you for following. I assume that Sassy Tusk, either that or Twisty Games. I still need to
hey,
figure out some kind of setup to where I can see who followed me from here. But hey, we got Lil Gamer in the chat. Lil Gamer, why don't you help me give a shout out? If you're still there, why don't you help me get a shout out to the followers, whomever just followed? Yeah, I didn't know you were into film. I mean, that's something that I'm pretty big on. I did.
yeah,
I tried. Most of my followers know the story, but to sum it up in one sentence, I was putting together a short film, but it ended up being a very short miniseries because the lead person dropped out without telling us.
hmm.
But I need to do another recording film. I want to try to do a short film or a short series this year too. Have you ever dabbled in making scripted material?
Scripted material? What do you mean by that? Hmm.
Like for example, you want
Like
to write
coding or actual writing?
like writing scripted. Like you write
Oh,
a
writing.
script and
Okay.
then people perform it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was my final thesis project when I was in the film academy in Manhattan. Pretty much we had to make a thesis film and it had to be at least 10, the script had to be at least 10 pages long. And I'm like, well, this is gonna be extremely short because I didn't really have the assets at the time, but they're like, we'll provide you with it. I'm like, okay, cool. Um, and pretty much there's a free casting network where you can get actors that will work for you for free. I'm just like, excuse me? And they're just like, yeah, this is casting network. They'll set you up with actors and they'll work for
What?
free, just feed them. The only payment you had to make was to feed them. And that's something valuable I learned when you're working on a film set is a hungry crew is not a happy crew. So feed your the only compensation that you have to give them is credit, credit them, feed them, and yeah, and give them a copy of the film. And that's it. But these are free actors, so you know.
You know, I so
But they do pretty good. They do really good. So what I did was I rented out my house, right?
yeah.
I told my parents to get the fuck out. You know, I was like, listen, I'm filming something here. I need you guys to leave for like a day or two. And they're like, okay. And so that's what I did. I got my friends who were like, you know, the camera operators and stuff. You know, we rented out cameras from the school. We got the actors, and like that feeling, you know, that feeling like you're getting all this stuff together. You're getting your crew together. You're getting actors together. You're
Yeah.
putting dates together, times. You know, like you're planning out shots and stuff. Like it's that feeling that makes you a filmmaker. Once you get that feeling, you don't have to like have stuff on your resume that tells you you're a filmmaker. When you get that feeling, you are a filmmaker.
Yeah, I know
You know, and
that
don't let
feeling.
anyone else tell you that. You know, once you get that feeling like that you're like getting all this stuff together and it feels good, then you're a creator. You know what I mean? Like that's when I started TikTok and like I felt good about making content, you know, and stuff.
Bye.
Like um when I felt good about making content, like for example, my most viral video, like the most viral TikTok that I made, got 200,000 views,
Damn.
and and I'll tell you what it is. Ready? Because that's what people know me for. It's me going, hey, what's up? This is Domo. This is how you get rid of mirror couples. And it was me going to the Ood Indestructible world and breaking a mirror with a baseball bat. I was like, any questions? 200,000 views and a bunch of simps. And I'm just like, all I did was break a mirror. Like, but I got that feeling, you know what I mean? I got that feeling, that good feeling that I made something and wanted me to make more, you know? And I got like all these people telling me, this is awesome, yo, this is funny, you're funny, you're cool. I'm just like, well, shit, I gotta make more, you know?
Damn, I gotta work harder now. My biggest video was 30,000.
Bro, just all you gotta do is just make what you want. You know, it's good to get criticism because it helps you, but like make what you want. Make something that makes you feel happy. You know, and that's the biggest takeaway that I took from film and like TikTok and you know just making videos. It's make stuff that makes you feel happy.
Damn. Yeah, cause shit. I mean, I was kind of like, I was thinking a couple days ago that I'm probably gonna have to do my season finale for this year by myself. I was thinking about ways that I could do it. I was thinking about, okay, I can green screen here, I can green screen there. I'd have to film the scene multiple times from multiple angles with multiple characters from the same different positions. I can map it all out,
Hmm.
and it's even more cool that you can make your own scenes now if you know a little bit about uh, world
Hmm.
making, which my stupid ass still needs to finish. Uh,
Hmm.
and it's the lighting, folks. It's the lighting. The lighting is the big thing. I need to figure out UV mapping, the light map, a certain kind of light mapping, and then after that, I throw in maybe some pens, and then a mirror
Hmm.
and a TV, and then it'll be ready. I also want to, well, getting back to what you were saying, I actually was going to film at at a world famous or a world famous recording studio, but the lead actor
Oh, really?
once again dropped out. Yeah, it was $100 an hour to film there. Country. Hang on, I'm all tangled up. Yeah, so it was $100 an hour to work there. Excuse me. People like Snoop Dogg and Megadeth and George Jones, Trisha Yearwood, Reba McEntire, George Strait.
That's amazing.
All these people recorded it, and the reason why I was going to pay my friend so much because just as incentive to get him to work, and everybody else I probably could have gotten to do it for free, except maybe that cop, because I was going to discharge a firearm, right, and I wanted the police officer there to monitor the situation and make sure everything was happening. Um, everything was running properly since we were discharging a firearm, despite the fact that this firearm is specifically designed to only shoot blanks. It can't shoot anything else but blanks. Unlike the thing that happened recently. Uh,
Yeah, with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna get into that, but I'm just saying that we wanted to take extra precautions, and I'm not gonna do this again. At least not until I get into serious business. But I was gonna pay him a shitload of money an hour. He was guaranteed that day to make $800, whether or not he performed. So half of it would have just been him sitting there doing this, waiting for us to fix the lighting, and then he'd go up, act for 5 minutes, and then we'd be done. You know.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
But it sounds like
I
you've
know.
done stuff like that.
Yeah, I have. Just last year. During this time actually. I was filming a horror movie. Yeah. Um, and by the way, it's still in pre-production. Richard, if you're watching this, call me. I want to know how you're doing.
Oh no.
uh, but yeah. With that movie, I made a lot of money from that movie. Just that movie alone. It took us 3 months to film, but like, we had to do like COVID protocols and stuff. All that jazz. We had to like sign forms and everything. But like, just seeing like that aspect of like how big it can get, it was crazy. Yeah. And like I remember like the actors, they were nice as fuck. But some of the actors were just like there was this one specific actor, I won't name him, but like he showed up, complained, acted out his scene half-assed, and then left. And
What
it's
the
just
fuck?
like, dude, like honestly, like if you're gonna be like that, I'll go back to the free acting website.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What do you do for the music? Cause for the video I was working on, I it was supposed to be like a series of short videos, like 8 videos. I wrote the scripts for 3 of them, did the music for like two and a half of them. Um, so I had to learn a few new things on that. I don't have those talents anymore. I have to get them back. But
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn how to write
Mm-hmm.
music. I had to learn about
What?
like tone and pitch and acceleration.
Mm,
So that was
what
exciting.
I did, yeah, what I
What?
did for my short film is I had different tones. Like we barely like had like any music creators with us. So what I did was there was this sound pack called Singularity, right? It's great for like any like sort of film or project that you're making. I strongly recommend buying it. It's called Singularity. Has a bunch of like sounds and like deep like whooshes and like bass sounds. It's really good, and it's just like I figured find it to be like essential. If I'm gonna make like music that has like a dramatic effect with it. But we didn't have any musicians with us. We had no idea what we were gonna do for the music. So what I did was I just like a large portion of the scenes were quiet, but like the important scenes, like I just took like the different pitches in like the bass tones, and I just like put them in order to make like a song. Some of them like went like blah, some of them were like blah, some of them like blah, and I just took those and I just kind of made a song with those different tones. I'm just like, there you go.
Oh
Now we have
yeah,
music.
that's cool. I use.
Sometimes you gotta think in this.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes you have to get creative with the stuff. Like if you don't have
You're
like,
right. Yeah.
the proper things to do with it, then just fucking you gotta start getting creative.
Yeah, I used GarageBand. I
Hmm.
bought it a long time ago, and I'm like doo 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 doo
Oh yes, that
doo
was like 15-year-old
doo.
me. But GarageBand I always go back to.
I played some little bit of
GarageBand
piano on
is
there.
always back.
Yeah, if
Mhm.
you ever listen to the end of my videos, a song that
What? For real?
For you, uh, for using VR chat, and I don't know. I don't know why it does that. All right, anyway, give me 1 second, folks, and we'll come back. See, now when shit like this happens, that means I definitely have to edit it later.
Yeah.
God damn.
Listen, trial and error. That makes perfection. Trial and error.
Well, no, I just need to get a new. In this case, I just need to get a way to cool my CPU, and then I need to get a new CPU.
Hmm.
Either that or it's my headset. Watch it this whole time. It's the headset.
Mm.
Now I just got to get this thing to recalibrate. Come on, man. And what were you talking about while I get this set up?
Fuck.
You're talking about that film that you did with your those people.
Oh yeah. What were we on, music?
Yeah. The music. Yeah, we were talking about that. I was
Yeah.
talking about how using GarageBand. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was GarageBand. That's what we were on.
So you said you use GarageBand, or what's the one that you use now?
Right now, I'm not. I actually have my friend who helps make my music. Um, and we're actually thinking about making an almost like a cyberpunk film, like a sort of cyberpunk, but also like 1930s type of film. Make sure you put your camera back in the box, sir.
Yeah, I can't get this thing, so I'm just gonna leave it on you for a while. Good idea on putting that back in the box.
Yeah.
Normally I don't crash during the streams. Usually it's only when I'm playing with a bunch of other people.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what the shit? Come on, mate. There we go. Now we should be back in business. Okay.
There you go.
Now comes. Well, I don't have the chat open now, so fuck it. Let's just do this shit. It's up to you. It's up to you, Lil Gamer. I hope that you are still in the. Oh shit! I do have to turn that on, don't I? I'm gonna leave it up to you, so I don't have to go through and open that shit up again. So you're gonna have to try to answer any question that they might happen to ask. All right.
I also have the chat, so don't worry about it.
Oh shit, that's a plus. That's why you kept looking over there. I'm like,
Exactly.
what the fuck is he? I was like, what the fuck is he looking at?
Yeah.
That's real disappointing. I mean,
Whoa, look a bird!
the people who are to get distracted by birds were the most likely people to survive. You know, because they're the ones that are gonna be like, what the shit is that? And it's like a dude come over to the hill, and they're gonna attack. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So what made you want to get into filmmaking?
Mainly because I always like going to the movies. Of course, to go see fighting movies, but I always liked the aspect of making movies. I always make like little stupid shorts with my brother, with my little flip camera that I had. I don't even know if you remember what a flip camera is, or
Yeah.
it was like it was like those little cameras that were like this and like
oh, flip cameras, yeah, and they had the thing that flipped
flip
open
cameras,
and you plug
yeah.
it in.
Yeah, like just plug the whole goddamn camera into the side of it. Fuck a fuck a chip, bro. But yeah, we always used to use that, and like we would make like the stupidest fucking videos, and like our version of editing it was plugging it into our PlayStation 3 and like going into the editor. and like that was our way of editing it. Unless my brother bought it in his laptop, and then it was hell on earth from there.
Wow. That is
Yeah,
wild. Flip cam.
exactly.
What the
Yeah,
shit? I have one of those.
kind of. Yeah.
I think it's broken. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get anything off of it.
Mm.
Man, alive. Man, when's the
Flip
first time you
cameras are
made like
old.
a short film, like one that's like 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes long?
Probably, I'd say about maybe my first short film was probably I'd say 5 years ago. That was my first short film that I made. It was 10 minutes long. I didn't even think about editing it. I was just wanting to shoot. And I was like, when I was editing it, I was just like, cropping, what's that? And like I would just like shorten them down like 10 seconds, even if you heard the little cut in the background. Like, yeah, that it just kind of fucking I was like, bleh, whatever. It's 10 minutes. It's a film.
You will never find us caught. Now that I have taken cut you over to cut you can't stop me. Yes, I will cut. I will always defeat my enemies. Cut.
Oh my goodness. But yeah. And I guess like really just the aspects of just like filming. Not really the aspect, but the idea of making something that you really like is cool. Yeah. So it was when I like graduated was when I started like, binging films. Like, and I think like one of my favorite ones. Everyone always asks, "What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie?" That's impossible to ask a filmmaker what your favorite movie is. Friggin' like that's like asking I don't even know. I can't even make an analogy for that.
You can take 5 movies on a boat that you're going to be stuck in. Just a little
Okay.
dinghy you're going to be stuck
Oh,
in for a year. What
mhm.
5 movies are you taking?
Okay.
You have 10. You have like
Um.
you basically have a minute to decide, or they're going to pick for you.
Okay. The Irishman, The Wolf of Wall Street, uh, A Bronx Tale. That's 3 Scorsese movies. Um, Pulp Fiction, and mm, uh, Endgame.
Ah, so okay. Okay. I'll do this. Haggard, Tommy Boy, uh,
Nice.
The Mummy. Um, let's see. What's one that I'm? Oh yeah, The Shining,
Oh,
and
that's a good one.
Infinity War.
Nice, nice, nice. We both ended on Marvel movies.
Yeah, I think Infinity War has a
Yeah.
better ending.
Oh yeah, it does definitely. But I definitely chose Endgame for the action. The action in it, the whole war scene. I could watch that a million times over.
I don't know, man. I hope Disney does a super special edition and they like beef up the CG in
Oh yeah.
that initial
Um.
like charge.
That initial charge. Oh, that is like so cool.
I mean,
Just
it's
like
great.
that's what people want to see.
I think it
And
probably looks better in
my
4K.
friend. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely is. My friend made a really good point about like action and like monster movies. For example, Godzilla versus Kong. He made a really good point when watching the movie. He's like, "Who cares about the human storyline? Let's just see two fucking monsters fight." And like, I'm just like, yeah, because like anytime like humans get involved with two giant, colossally sized monsters fighting, they always manage to fuck it up somehow. They always manage to fuck it up. You know what I mean? They always gotta like dip their hands. They always gotta like get involved with it.
Oh
It's just
yeah,
like
yeah, like
in the
like
very
the new
early
Kong
Godzilla
movie.
versus Kong movie, they just let them fight. Just let them fight.
Yeah.
Put them on an island somewhere, let them fight. That's what we want to see. The moment you start like introducing like storyline and characters and all this bullshit in a monster movie, you ruined it. You've ruined it. You know?
You know how I would make a Godzilla movie? or
Mm-hmm.
a Godzilla versus Kong. Not, well, so Godzilla versus Kong is different, but like a Godzilla movie, I would make it to
Mm-hmm.
where I don't know. I would so I would probably make a combination of the most recent English Godzilla movie in this new
Mm-hmm.
Kong versus Godzilla universe. I would probably do a mix of
Mm.
that one and the 1998 New York Godzilla. Probably do a combination of
Nice.
those two. So it would have a it would have a heart, be a little cheesy, but also be kind of cool. So kind of like Die Hard. Die Hard is a very very cheesy movie. It is like it's like
Oh
cornball.
yeah.
It's cornball. You know, it's
I feel like
don't.
you can get cornball from watching that movie.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie. It's fun, but it's great. It's a great action movie.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but it's like Tremors. It's like super cheesy. It's just
Mm-hmm.
ridiculously cheesy, but they're still fun and like great movies. And there's some really good shots in Tremors. When's the last time you watched Tremors?
I can't even remember, honestly.
The cinematography in that is actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the monsters look really good. Yeah, you know, the monsters look fucking great, actually. A lot of the practical
Mm-hmm.
effects. Um,
Yeah.
and the characters, they're just kind of like the banter is really fun and organic. They kind of like just play off each other. I don't know if you've ever had a friend that
Mm-hmm.
you've been with for a while to the point to where you kind of like say shit at the same time.
Oh yeah, I've had that
Or
before.
like, you just kind of like you could throw something at them with their back turned, and they would turn around and grab it.
Yeah, that
that
actually, I had an idea. I had an idea to do that for like one of my next TikToks. Do you know like the bottle kick thing where
Sure,
like
yeah,
people
yeah.
like they put like a bottle on the thing and they're like, "What shoot?" I was thinking of like doing that and I'm like my character just catching it and like turning his head, just like, "Excuse me."
I don't keep
Like,
up with a lot of those
I just
TikTok
feel like that'd be
trends
cool.
anymore.
Uh,
Like
I don't even, I don't even
at the
forget
beginning,
them.
I kind of did, but and there's just so many that they're just hard to keep up
It's
with.
like it's too much. It's like, hey, have you heard of this trend? Hey, have you heard of this trend? No, I fucking haven't heard of that trend.
I'm just
It's like there's one. It's like there's one big trend that everybody like. It should like whoa. There's like one big trend. I feel like every month has just one big trend, and that's it. I feel like there shouldn't be multiple trends. It should just be like a monthly thing. You know what I mean?
yeah. I think that what was that old timey uh the one that God, what the fuck was the name of that thing? MySpace. That's it. So MySpace,
MySpace.
there'd be trends and but they would like kind of like flow into each other. They'd be like
Mm,
tangentially related in some like really obscure way. And then Facebook kind of had that month to month sort of thing, I think, at one point.
yeah.
And then everybody's great
Hmm.
grandparents got on, so
I tell you, these trends on the Facebook. I tell you, Trump 2024. I mean, what?
yeah,
Like I swear.
2024. I didn't after it's pretty crazy. I don't
Mm.
want to. I'm not looking forward to that cycle.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm
That's
not
that.
looking forward to that
Yeah,
either.
that's why us demons stay in hell because there's no politics in hell.
Exactly. What was I gonna say? Yeah, if you go on like Facebook nowadays, just at a random, like I don't use Facebook. Like I used to use it when I was a kid. I don't use Facebook no more because like some of the shit that I was reading was just like could like you could pour water on it and see the real shit behind it, or like it was just baffling ridiculous. Like some of like the stuff I see because it's just full blown like conservative bullshit now. And I hate to get like political because I'm not a political person because I believe both sides of the party are have bullshit factors about them, but this was on another fucking level. It's like, yeah, like for example, this is something I read. I'm not exactly sure it's the number, but still, I I saw like an article about how there's like metal in masks, and like every time you breathe, you're breathing in toxins. I'm like, what?
I'm,
What metal?
I mean, I'd be more concerned about masks that have any sort of color to them. If like if they're blue, or if they're red, or if they're green, or if they have any patterns on them, or if they're screen printed. If if they have stitching on them, I'd be more worried about the synthetic material in the stitching. I'd also be more.
Exactly. I would be worried about like,
You should be washing your mask. You should be washing your mask regularly. If you're going to,
mm,
if you wear a mask, you need to wash it regularly. If you don't wear a mask, you should probably go to places where they don't care. Like depends on your state. Just listen to your doctor.
mm,
Listen to your doctor. But um,
yeah,
I'd be more worried about the chemicals that are in it rather
mm,
than metals, because I know that gasoline doesn't have lead in it anymore.
yeah,
You still breathe in that every day. I think that I would probably just try to stick with going to places where I didn't need to wear a mask, and also just um, finding masks that have less synthetic materials in them, ones that are less likely to cause cancer, or less likely to put more cotton materials in my lungs. Anything that you wear in
mm,
your face, anything you wear in your face is going in your lungs, right? Anything that touches
yeah,
your face is going in your lungs, no matter what it is.
mm,
If
yeah,
you're at a concert and some dude's hair brushes up against your lungs, guess what? You're getting particles of shit in your hair because he took a shit today. Congratulations, you have shit particles in your face. And those masks, you see the person wear the same mask every single day. That mask is covered in shit and coffee and soda and McDonald's and skin oils and dandruff and hair oil and face
mm,
oil and snot.
and they're worried about like, and they're worried about like us putting them on and like giving them to our kids. It's like, do you even realize like the germs that are on your body like 24 fucking 7? And you're worried about a piece of cloth that's gonna go over your face. It's like,
Well,
dude, you're gonna die anyways.
so no, I just say listen to your doctor, and B,
Hmm.
just go to places with like-minded individuals. You're not guaranteed to get
Hmm.
more sick than anybody else. Just
Yeah,
it's kind of like whenever you go to school. You'd like to get along with everybody, and unfortunately you can't. You might want to, but you
yeah,
can't.
exactly.
So you have to find the hard truth. And if you like doing one thing's one way and the other side doesn't want to do it, then then you
Mm.
then that's obviously a contention there. Like if you wouldn't go to a an anti rock and roll meeting, right?
Hmm.
You wouldn't go to uh uh an electric cars owner, electric cars only, group. Well, not necessarily only, but like an electric car entrepreneurs group. If A, you weren't an
Hmm.
entrepreneur and didn't want to be, and two, you didn't want an electric car. So it's all tribalistic bullshit, and I really hate it. I detest the absolute tribalism that humans have to have. They have to belong. They want to belong. They want to be somebody special. They want to be important. I am not important. All right, I'm not an important person. I might be important to a few people, but on the whole, I'm a fart in the wind. I am just a stepping stone for those who
Exactly.
who make the rules that I have to follow, that they don't have to follow. So I mean, again, there's no politics in hell, and hell, and if there were a hell, if you don't believe in that thing, that's cool. If you do, that's all right. But if there were a hell, you'd probably be a lot more free than probably anywhere on this planet, regardless of who you are or where you
Exactly.
came from or where you strive, what dreams you have or don't have. If you just here for pure pleasure until you pass out, and if you feel like flaming out, there's always help out there and people care about you. All right, just because you don't think you're just because I don't think I'm important doesn't mean that I don't want to be alive as long as I possibly can. If I could live into infinity, the differences that I could make, the changes and the things and the knowledge that I could acquire, an eternity is a long ass fucking time, but I mean, I'm pretty cool with the things that I can do with the adventures that I can have. I mean, I live
Hmm.
somewhere. I mean, I live somewhere where I can go like 1,000 miles away and just like sleep outside without having to worry about getting my throat bitten out by a mountain lion or a bear. Uh, Cause I knew a guy from I'm sorry. I'm taking over this. I didn't mean to
Don't know.
get
You're
into
nailing.
that.
You're nailing that on the fucking head. I'm listening.
No,
I'm
I
listening.
was
They're
just,
listening too.
I was just trying to, to steer it away to bipartisanship, Um,
No, yeah, I understand, bro.
but you were saying how you do a lot of heavy lifting with tiles and shit.
Yeah.
I worked at like Under Armour, and Under Armour hires a
Oh,
lot.
really?
Yeah, Under Armour hires a lot of immigrants,
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of ingrates. I'm joking. But um, the bathrooms were disgusting. Um, there was a pool of at least half an inch of water throughout the entire room because people would wash themselves on breaks.
Oh God, that's
Um,
that's gross as fuck.
and I know that might be just how some people roll. The fact that it makes the it makes the conditions insanitary. If there's a way to do that shit. I mean, I wouldn't give a shit if there was like a shower and they would get in the shower real quick. Um, but and a lot of the materials that they would send back in with returns were covered in schmutz, and they would just like brush it off.
Oh,
Like
oh my God.
there was like deodorant on them, and they would just brush them off and re-tag them.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking gross.
And they segregated the work based on gender, which was really fucking weird. Because I'm like a super nerd.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey guys, why don't you let me do work on the computer? It's like, no, the women work on the computers, the men do all the lifting, and I'm like, oh,
That is
yeah.
some 1920s logic.
Well, no, because I mean, there are women that might be more capable at lifting some shit. I mean,
Well, yeah.
usually you see it as a lot of the guys doing like the heavy lifting. When I worked at a shipping company, there was a woman there that worked like that work was a really really hard worker. Like one like kind of I don't want to say she was a scab though, kind of was, but definitely definitely was a very hard worker and was very athletic.
Hmm.
Um, but it was really weird. It sucked ass. Um, and whenever we would ship tiles were there was two things that were super heavy as shit. There was the tiles,
Hmm.
and then there
Yep.
was ammunition. Ammunition was heavy as fuck. Ammunition was heavier than the
Damn.
tiles. Yeah, yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, tile is fucking heavy. I could send you a photo later, but just I think it was Thursday. It's 4 o'clock, right? I'm tired. I want to go home. I want to relax. Maybe hop on VR chat. I don't know. I just want to go home. My boss comes back and he's like, yo, Domo. I'm not gonna say my real name.
Oh no,
Yo,
I
Domo.
understand.
And I'm like, yo, and he's like, we got to return. I'm like, okay. Now returns,
Oh
at my
no.
place, they come to the back. I pick them up, and I put them on a pallet so we could sort it out later and send it back to the warehouse. You know. Um, and I'm like, okay, it can't be that heavy. He comes back, opens his car door. He has 16 boxes of tile. And for those of you who don't know how much that is, a single box weighs 70 fucking pounds.
Oh my god.
And I had to move 16 of them. Let that sink in for a second. I'm only 155 pounds of muscle.
Damn, I'm about one. I have like almost no muscle, and well, not no muscle.
Yeah.
I've got enough legs to kick somebody through a wall, but um, I definitely need to work out more. Like mostly like from like the stomach up. Work
Mm-hmm.
that shit out. And I could still. I mean, like you learn how to punch.
Mm.
You learn how to punch
Yeah.
in martial arts, and you don't forget it.
Yeah.
One thing that I've seen people do now is that they hold like their arms like real close. They don't hold them in. You know, they don't hold them in,
Mm-hmm.
but they hold them like close, and they do this.
Yeah.
I guess it's because they think that I don't know. They like hold their fists under their chin. I don't get that one because I've seen that a lot. I guess it's because
In boxing, the rule is to keep your hands up and your chin down. And people think I'll tell you two secrets right now. People think power comes in your fist. Wrong. It has to be a fluid motion. It's actually coming from your hip and your feet, because
yeah.
that's where the power comes through. Like when you're throwing a jab, that's your setup punch. When you're in boxing, like when you throw your hand, your two, like your cross, you're turning your whole hip and you're going down with it. So it's fucking you're driving that punch through, pretty much. It's like a whole process. My boxing coach taught me.
Yeah.
It's a whole like 5-step process that you got to do. But when you do it, like all that force from your hip goes through to your hand. And
Yeah.
like when I actually did it, I sent this heavy bag that I could barely fucking hit to the fucking wall. I'm just like, oh my god, I have the powers.
I mean, what do you want to like go from there? I mean, you ever like
Pretty
make
much
just gaining more titles, doing like short boxing films or something?
whatever comes to my way.
Yeah, that's
I know
cool.
I definitely like I've told some of the coaches there. I told them about my film work and they're like, "Hey, listen, if you ever make a boxing movie, hit me up." I'm like, "Definitely." But I can tell you one cool thing. Your name is Twisty Punch. There is a punch. I forgot the boxer's name. Hold on. Um, there's a boxer's name that you'll really like. His name, I have it right here. Kid McCoy's trademark weapon
Kid
called the
McCoy.
corkscrew is a punch where he twists his punch
Oh, you-
and it would cause his opponent to bleed.
oh, because he twists after the hit.
Yes, yes. He twists like when it hits and then he twists it and like that would cause cuts in the opponent's skin. Sometimes it was fight stopping.
They don't let you do that no more, huh?
Nah.
I
I mean, you could
remember
still probably get away with it, but fucking, good luck.
did it once every couple of fights.
Yeah. It was that guy's fucking secret weapon.
I remember MMA used to be like really, really, really hardcore until they like got a bunch of rules because you can like just headbutt people to death or whatever and shit.
Oh yeah. Like MMA, like when the UFC and MMA like first started, it was no holds barred. Like you could wear gis, like karate gis, like into the cage, they won't stop you. Like you were able to grab people, like it was bare knuckle, like it was violent. It was fucking violent, you know. Like there was a rule that was implemented. There are fights that had rules implemented just because of those fights.
Damn.
Like for example, in MMA, everybody knows, I'm pretty sure, you can't bring your elbow down 12 to 6. It has to be like at an angle. You know, you can't bring it down 12 to 6 because you could kill someone like that. You could like actually kill someone like that. If like a full force 12 to 6 elbow straight down, you can kill someone like that.
Yeah, because you're putting like a shit ton of weight into one little point, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It has to be like at an angle where you can like elbow somebody. But and another thing is someone actually tried to throw their opponent outside the cage. I'm just like, oh my god. And they implemented that you like all the action has to stay inside of the cage and you can't use the cage for leverage. Like there's a fight. I forgot it, but somebody tried to stomp out their opponent like they were Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Damn, that is rough. That
Yeah.
is funny. Wow. Um,
Yeah. And he immediately got disqualified because of it.
man, I was a little bitty when they did when MMA was starting to gain some ground in popularity. Like fuck, it was brutal. Damn, I remember seeing
Yeah.
blood all over the ring. People would shit themselves.
Oh yeah. It
I
was tough. It
I
was
don't know
tough.
if shitting
There's
yourself is still common in MMA or not.
I don't think it is. I think they used the toilet beforehand or something. Which can probably I'm not even sure if that can affect their weight. I don't even know. But yeah, that's why like in boxing and MMA now, like they like some fights if a cut's really bad, if there's a lot of blood and a cut's really bad, the doctor could waive off the fight. But like in main event fights, if they get like really bad cuts, only the referee can say that's enough.
Damn.
Like if they have a bad cut, only the referee can say if it's good or not.
Well, I imagine that they have to have some medical training, at least like some at least first responder or some shit.
Yeah, but like only the ref can say like if it's like good or not to keep going, you know.
Right.
Like
Um,
then that's the difference between a doctor and a referee, you know. Like a referee can look at a cut and say it's good. Like a doctor can look at a cut, tell you what's like what could happen if they keep going.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn, cause when did they do that?
Um if an opponent gets like hurt or
No, no,
something.
no. When did they start implement that rule?
I'd assume if when somebody got seriously hurt.
No, no, no. When did they
'Cause I
first?
don't
No.
even remember.
When did they start? When did they change that rule to where instead of the doctor, the ref does it?
I think they allowed that maybe in like the mid 50s, I want to say. I don't know exactly, but yeah, they definitely implemented it at some point. I know the worst cut that I've ever seen in a fight was with Badu Jack versus Mark Brown. Jack got hit in the middle of his head. He bled so heavily. Don't look this up. If you do, it's on you. But if you look up this fight, you will see how much blood the ref's shirt was red.
Oh God!
Like it looked like the ref had just murdered somebody. That and his
Jesus
cut was
Christ!
like I can't even describe how bad it was. Like it looked like somebody just like stabbed him in the head
Wow!
because of like
Oh man!
he got like a head bump. That's why like he like that's why headbutting isn't allowed in like boxing or
Oh
MMA.
yeah.
Like if you headbutt somebody, that's bad. That's really bad. I've seen headbutts happen before, and it's not pretty. You cannot headbutt somebody.
Yeah, yeah. In Little Nicky, the two rockers, the two rocker roadie guys. There's one point where they're always hitting like headbutting each other, and so there's one point in the movie where they headbutt each other, and they said that when they did that, they heard a loud crack, and everyone was like, "Holy shit!" One of the dudes had split his skull doing that.
Jesus Christ, that's
So
fucking awful.
lesson of the story is don't headbutt because it's not.
Don't headbutt.
Yeah, it's gonna end up bad. It's gonna end up as they say where I come from, no es bueno. Um,
No es bueno.
they also they would also say pinche güero was one that they would say sometimes too.
Mm.
Um, uh, the So if you could like learn any martial art, what would it be?
Any martial art? That's a good one. Um, I already know a little bit of Muay Thai, so that's off the table. Um, I guess it would just have to be. I guess that would have to be Taekwondo. You
Yeah,
know,
that's a cool
you
one.
know, Taekwondo just like
Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
oh, okay. I guess Taekwondo it just like has that traditional aspect to it, if one would say. it has that traditional like fighting aspect to it.
Yeah, yeah, it
You
does.
know, and there's a lot that goes into it with like every angle, you know, as well as like jujitsu.
I've got a family
Um,
member that does taekwondo. So
yeah.
you would do jujitsu too?
Yeah, jujitsu's a little difficult, because that's another MMA aspect. And that's another thing with MMA, is MMA takes into every aspect of fighting. Boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, karate, taekwondo, any sort of fighting in MMA, like you can use it in the cage. That's what I love.
Well, that's why they
That's why I
call it
love watching
MMA,
UFC.
right?
Yeah, that's why they call it MMA, because it takes in every aspect of fighting.
There's a lot of aspects of fighting in MMA. I've seen it's just
Hmm.
I don't know because I see I watch I've gone a few to my um a family member of mine. I've gone to a few of their lessons and it brings back memories.
Mm.
It's pretty cool. I'm
Yeah,
hoping to see them get their black belt soon. That's gonna be
yeah,
exciting.
that's
Yeah,
good.
that'll be cool.
That'll be cool.
That black belt.
Mm.
Yeah, I've I was in a few fights or two fights, two sanctioned or semi-sanctioned fights. No, no, I'm sorry. One sanctioned fight just among my class, right? Not sanctioned.
Hmm.
Sorry. Approved fight because I didn't have to go get like sanctioned like you said. But anyway, the point is that I lost because they didn't see my punch. They didn't see it. I punched it too
Mm.
fast, and then after that, I'm kind of just standing there. I'm like, okay, and then boom,
Damn.
because they didn't
Yeah, you
see
gotta
that
keep your eyes
punch.
on the prize.
And then the other one that I got, the other fight. Well, the other fight that I lost was that I got jumped one time, and I felt really ashamed when I
Oh,
went in and saw my instructor the next day. So I was pretty ashamed. That's the only time I ever came. Well, pretty close to being ashamed. I was disappointed, um,
yeah.
but fights. So how do you have your fights pretty on? Obviously, you've got that title. I mean, was that a pretty rough climb
Um,
to get that?
it's very rough. Like I have photos on my phone of me just like my face absolutely battered, and it's tough because like when you take a break from like any sort of fighting sport and then you want to get back into it, you got to climb that mountain again. Like I like to
Right.
think of it as a wall or like a mountain of like being fit and being not fit. Like when you start taking like breaks and stuff, like you're slowly going back over, and then it's like you gotta like build it over so you can stay fit. You know, you gotta climb that mountain over and over again. That's why people constantly are in the gym, constantly staying fit. And like, you know, when you're at that peak, you're good, you're set. The moment you start taking breaks, you gotta go back, you gotta climb that mountain back over again. You know, that's why I'm always like, that's why I like to consider myself a gym rat. You know, like I like to stay in the gym. I like to stay fit. I like to spar. You know, I like to hit bags. You know, it's a good way to stay fit, build discipline. Always good. And yeah,
It's kind of like going. It's kind of like if you ever gone hiking, you go over the when you come back to that trail again. It's like you kind of have to relearn how to. You have to relearn how to walk that same trail again. You kind of know
yeah,
how to do
exactly.
it, but that doesn't mean that it's not any less harder.
Hmm. Like when you like I remember like I took a month away because I had injured myself,
Oh shit.
and just like sitting at home like and you know just sitting at home just like just letting it heal, and it was me not realizing, like of course I had to heal, but it was also me not realizing like each day I was slowly going back over the mountain. And I knew in the back of my head I was like, when this thing heals, I have to hit the gym. I have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like because when you get unfit, you realize you see the toll it takes on you. Like you gas out, your punches aren't as hard as they used to be. Like I've seen it and it sucks. Because then you got to build it back up and then you got to keep going. But the progress is good because then you realize your mistakes and then you just build off of that. You know.
Well, if you had to give a message to someone who wants to like make films or do
Mhm.
boxing or progress or has that passion, what kind of message would you say to them? Would you give to them?
A message. I could say something cliche like "Don't give up." Like keep your head up, something. But I'm not gonna. Instead, I'm going to tell you to be you. Stay true to yourself. The moment you start flaking or fading away, that's when like your opponents like see like that dark side of you, or that's where your critics see that dark side of you. Stay true to yourself. Do the things that you want to do. Stay true to yourself. Be you. Because at the end of the day, that's all you got left.
All right. Did you want to go check out that boxing map?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So we're gonna go check out the boxing map. This is still part of the stream. I figured that'd be fun, something fun to do to add on to the end. Thank you for watching so far. Stick with us. I don't know what the chat doing. This is the episode's gone on normally longer, mostly because we had the technical difficulties. I'm working on getting that cooler. I'm gonna look into either getting it tomorrow or yeah, I'll probably try to get it sometime tomorrow. It won't come in, but I want to be able to get this thing nice and cool like a fool in a swimming pool. But
Damn.
yeah, damn. All right. So I'm gonna find this world and I'm gonna drop it and we're gonna run in there and it should run a little better than this world. Hopefully, I'm getting 90 frames, but I'm hoping I can drop this shit down while I can. Hey, San Andreas. Okay, hang on. Udon boxing.
I like to
Boxing.
point out that I've tried to actually box in this map, and it's hard.
It
You
is.
can't use actual boxing; it doesn't work.
Yeah, I know, right? If
You
anybody
just gotta
wants to join
swing.
in with the boxing, feel free to hop on. But hey, make sure you pocket watch the stream. All right, let's rock and roll and cock some hole. All right, will it load? Will I crash tonight? I hope I don't crash tonight. Hope I don't crash tonight. Gotta turn off that music. Don't wanna get hit with the strike. Hey, it's Netflix. Pet cat, pet the cat, pet the cat with the baseball bat. PK Power. Ooh. I have that. I actually have that exact same outfit. But my hair is probably more orange than that. All right. Welcome to the Hey Boxalicious. Look. Do you know the way?
Yeah,
You know, like,
do you know the way on Samsung or Android?
oh, yeah. All right. Long hit delay, physical body, guard break, stamina break, no heavy guard, jump cost, stamina, long delay hit. All right. I guess we could we could play around the first one and then we can really try to kick each other's ass later.
Absolutely.
All right. So I got the red. Oh shit.
Hang on. Let me just go ahead real quick and there we go. All right.
All the bad luck in the world shouldn't make your dream less worth pursuing. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I can be like my boxing coach now.
Yeah. Oh, hey, probably should have moved that chair out of the way. Oh, that's right. You've got full body. Oh shit! Damn, look at you go. Oh, I like that stand. That is cool. I don't even know what I'm getting right now. Oh, hey, look at you. Oh, this is fun. And there goes my drink. Look at you, you're on fire.
Only a matter of time before one of us punches a door.
Yeah, right? Dude,
Exactly.
I've broken priceless heirlooms with. Oh, you got me. Oh, no, I'm down. Look at that. All right. Hang on, let me move my chair.
Yeah.
Let me move my chair. Probably should have been more hydrated for this. If you don't mind, I'm going to catch my breath as soon as I move this chair. I'm assuming that whiskey was actually purified water.
Sometimes it just gives a little kick in your step.
I'm also grossly out of shape. Went from walking 5 miles a day every day except for Saturdays when I would ride my skateboard to not doing that. Whew. Now,
Hey,
hang
where's your
on.
camera at?
Actually, I should put a camera up. You're right. That's a good idea. Hang on. I'm going to try to give myself some room to move in the ring. Hang on.
Oh yeah, your camera because of the box, so it doesn't see us right now.
It doesn't, does it? Good
No.
point. Thanks.
Because remember, it's in the position.
See, this is whom we need. This is whom that we need here. We're so dumb. Well, at least I'm dumb. All right, hang on. Use this as an excuse
If you want, dude.
try to be cool.
Dude, if you want, we can quit this one and we can go in there. That has a bigger ring and a camera box.
Oh, out in there? Yeah.
Yeah,
Has a camera
so
box.
just respawn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Has a camera box. Where's the camera box?
It's underneath here. You just click that, and then you get two options.
What are they? Okay. All right. Twisty like. Camera boxes are sexy. I gotta pee. All right. I have to urinate. I have to dehydrate. We will be right
I
back.
got you.
Can't be up on. Gotta go to the pub. We'll be right, Zach. Oh, damn! What the fuck?
What?
I
For real?
Yeah.
There actually isn't any audio for this part. Oh, that's it. I'm down. There he goes. Bye. That was. This is like the third match, so I was actually pretty tired by then. Plus, he's a he's had one sanctioned fight. I've had zero. I know I flubbed up and accidentally said sanction. I'm like, oh no, wait. Uh, wait, did we go a second round? I don't another round. I don't think we do. No, there's only a minute left. Um, I found my PlayStation 3. And I was gonna find the power cord for it. Um, yeah, he did good. He did really good. All right, Domo. I'm gonna find a way to get this shit uploaded eventually. Um, you know, peace be upon you. He's a funny guy. You can't hear me. You can't. I don't know. I think you can hear me here. I'm not sure. Can you? No, you can't. I fucked up. Yeah, yo, yeah. So yeah, you got Domo here. Yeah, he's a good guy. No, yeah, I got these boxing gloves on, and you can see the mouse on the screen. So yeah. All he's saying is goodbyes. I don't know who's watching or anything. I can't really tell yet. See, we're waving bye-bye. Huh? I don't know what else you want from me, so... Is that what he's saying? Uh, I gotta get that fucking... Oh, he is. He's getting me. He's beating me up. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. I feel still pretty scrungly. I just have to find my copy of Silent Hill 2. I think my physical copy. It might be in my other PlayStation 2 upstairs in the attic, so I might have to go run and grab that. Or it might be in this PlayStation 3 right here. I don't know, it's going to cost $100 to replace, so... but it's not my copy. Also don't know where my Dragon Ball Z DVDs are. Like the good ones, the 4x3, but... Alright, y'all have a beautiful night, and I love every single one of you. Stay beautiful, and don't let yourself be too hard on yourself. And thanks for watching this interview. Again, I'll figure out some way eventually to get it up on YouTube. This interview. Alright, I don't know. So what you want from me? Love y'all. Bye.